She's bringing the trailer park lifestyle to the world.
Come inside, don't be shy, cause Jolene can't wait to meet ya. She's the queen of the park. She's got gossip, news, and lots of food to feed ya. Jolene Sugarbaker. Jolene Sugarbaker is one budget-minded girl. Lots of cheap fashion is the passion at the park. The passion at the park. The passion at the park. Dropping in on neighbors is all part of Jolene's world. Slap on all your blue eyeshadow. Watch out for that big tornado. Get all filled with pride in the double wide.
Hi there, and welcome to Cooking with Jolene. And welcome to a brand new cooking show where I'll teach you how to fool your guests with inventive ingredient substitutions. And I'll show you how to make down-home, stick-to-your-ribs cooking. Many of you already know me as the Trailer Park Queen, and you're probably thinking, Jolene's going to reach for the Spam right away. Well, it does have its place in the kitchen, but I'm going to teach you how you can fix great meals on the limited budget that you make. And tasty meals too. Now, there might be a little bit of unusual ingredients, but it's replacing some expensive stuff that you might not have the money for. You know, I use coupons, I shop yard sales, I go to the dollar store to buy spices and kitchen equipment, and I don't have a lot of money to pay for like $80 chicken. And I know you don't either. So, grab your stuff in your kitchen, whatever you got, because I don't know what I got back there, but we're going to take a look and put on a smile and get ready to cook the Trailer Park way. Today we're going to start off making corn chip pie. It's an easy casserole that you can throw together when you come home from a long day at work as a cashier or whatever you do to make the $6 at minimum wages these days. So let's start cooking. You'll need a skillet and beef. And you know, don't be scared about this mad cow disease, because you know, it's about one person, and you know, I like ground beef. It's cheap, and you know, $6, and I got this big value pack here, and you just can't beat that. But I like to make sure it has at least 80% or 80%, 20%. And the 20% talks about the fat, which is actually the flavor. So as long as you get the 20%, you'll be just fine. Sliced ripe olives. That's what you need. I can't even say it, but you can get them the store brand sliced ripe olives. You need that, sliced ripe olives. You'll need an onion too. Spring onions, and don't worry about that, what you heard in the news a few months back that shut down a whole national food chain. It gave them disease. I'm going to go ahead and eat them because I love these onions, so forget about the disease too. I don't care. 2 cans kidney beans. I like to use the dark red and the light red together. It gives it a nice color. Pickled jalapeno slices. You can get these in the Mexican people section. Salsa, which I can't show you the label because, you know, we can't be promoting these big companies. They make too much money as it is. But you can choose mild or spicy or garlic lover, whatever you like. One 10-ounce bag of corn chips. You make this easy casserole with corn chips. You know, I don't have time to shred my own cheese, and I just like to buy the shredded cheese in a bag. It just works just the best, you know. You can make this as hot or as mild as you want. Go ahead and use your favorite taco seasoning. Garlic powder. You know, this is my secret ingredient right here, and it's really no secret at all. It's Montreal steak seasoning. Now you want to make sure when you're cutting your onion that you don't cut off the little root sac here down at the bottom at the first thing, because you'll start crying. So what you want to do is, you know, my mama told me that if you just put the knife into the onion like that, just in 3 little marks, like that. You can go ahead and cut off the top, and then you can just peel off the outer sheath of the onion like with that. A naked onion that you can just go ahead and chop off this little root sac down at the bottom, and that's the thing that makes you cry. You can get that away like that. And you want to go ahead and just slice up the onion. I like to use this butter knife. Well, actually, it's not a butter knife. This is actually, I think it's a bread knife. It was on sale. I don't really know. That's pretty much why. It's about the only knife in my kitchen that'll cut here. And then you're going to chop it all up. You can use big pieces. You can use small pieces. Just don't use a piece of your finger. That's, you don't want to have that. You can just throw that away out there. I'm too busy. Take care of that. I'm starting to cry, and you know, they say that if you start crying when you're cutting an onion, and this sounds silly, I don't know who came up with this, but it apparently works. They say if you start crying that you're supposed to take a piece of bread and stick it in your mouth like this, and like have your mouth parted while you cut the onion. And that's how you cut an onion. I went ahead and put the ground beef in the skillet, and I've got it up on high. And as you see, I've got something smoking underneath the burner there. I'm sure you all have that problem too. Let's just hope it doesn't catch on fire. Just make sure you practice safety in the kitchen. And you can go ahead and add a little bit of garlic powder, Montreal steak seasoning, and pretty much whatever spice that you care to put in there. If you like it spicy, go ahead and put in some cayenne. If you like it mellow, go ahead and put in some, you could even put in some dill weed. You could put in some more garlic, fresh garlic if you got it. Go ahead and add your onions to the mixture. I went ahead and put in the onions into the ground beef mixture once it had started to brown a little bit. You want to keep cooking it until all the mad cow disease is out. And we're just mixing it around now, making sure that the beef gets brown and well done. I don't like rare meat at all. You want to cook this until the onions are sort of translucent. That means that they'll be nice and soft in the mixture. Even though that we're going to bake this at the end, you just want to make sure that everything is done in it already, because, you know, I just don't want to make sure that you don't have some sort of disease after you fix this. Now, at this point, we have browned our ground beef here, and we have all this excess oil that we're just going to go get out of there with a little sucky thing, courtesy of the dollar store. So what I like to use is a paper towel or two, and we can just go ahead and blot out that extra grease. There we go. That looks good. That smells good too. That smells fantastic. Nice and spicy. We're going to go ahead and turn it off the heat now. Just for a minute. Now that we have our beef browned, we're going to go ahead and follow the directions on our taco seasoning package and mix that in there. This one calls for 3/4 cups of water. 1, 2, 3. 3/4 cups of water. We're just going to sizzle this real quick. Cook it down. Okay, we have browned our ground beef. with some onions and some taco seasoning and some spices. And it's all ready, it's all done, it's all cooked out. And we're going to set that aside and start gathering together our ingredients to put together the casserole. You're going to need an oven-safe bowl thing. And what you do, you just set it down there and take some of the corn chips and put it in the bottom of the bowl. We went ahead and put the corn chips in the bowl, and we're going to take some of our meat mixture, just like 1 or 2, 3 spoonfuls, and put some on top of the chips there. Spread that out. We're going to go ahead and open up our kidney beans. Get them drained. Now, as I said, I like to use the light and dark because it just makes it look prettier. I mean, there's no real reason. They taste the same. They're good in fiber. We all need a little bit of fiber in our diet, apparently. That's what my doctor told me. So we're going to take the kidney beans and we're going to put some on top of the meat mixture. A little bit on top. That looks nice. Great meal. You don't have to use these, but I like a little bit of black olives that you just put on top there. Just a little bit. Next, you're going to add the shredded cheddar cheese or Colby or Monterey Jack or Lumberjack or whatever kind of cheese you like, or what's on sale, or even government cheese. And we're just going to continue with the layers, like the chips and some meat and some beans and some olives, and if you really like it spicy, we're going to go ahead and put in some jalapeno slices because I like it hot. I like it really hot. So we're just going to continue making layers up until we get to the tippy top. We're going to go ahead and just layer it on up with the different layers. Get some cheese, some of the chips, some of the chips, some of the cheese, some of the olives, some of the jalapeno slices, some of the mixture of kidney beans, we're going to go ahead and just finish up the layers here all the way up to the tippy top. And I like to just garnish it with some of the cut up green onions. That looks good. We're going to go ahead and put our corn chip pie in an oven that's been preheated to 350 degrees. And it's going to take about 10 to 15 minutes. You just want to make sure that the top is toasted and the cheese has been melted. You don't have to have expensive kitchen equipment. You can go on down to the dollar store and get all kinds of kitchen equipment for $1, and you just can't beat that. You know, I've sat one on the burner for a while, and it's only caught on fire a little bit, and you can still use it. $1. You can't beat that. You know, you don't have to have expensive ingredients to make down-home, stick-to-your-stomach cooking. Today we've taught you how to make corn chip pie. You know, that's very easy, and all you need is a 99-cent bag of corn chips. And you've got a great casserole for your screaming kids and family in a jiffy. We're going to go ahead and check on our corn chip pie. Wow, look at our corn chip casserole here, how cheesy and nice that is. We're going to go ahead and plate some. We're going to go ahead and put some Mexicorn on the side. You know, I like it room temperature. I go ahead and tell people it's some sort of corn salad and they just never guess. And I like a little salsa on the side there. And there we have our corn chip casserole. Another thing from the dollar store, and you don't have to do dishes later, and it's nice and crispy on top and cheesy in the middle. It's just great, and you know, I think your family and you will like it too, and especially with the little Mexicorn on the side. It makes a great meal, and it's easy to make too. And you know, I hope to see you back real soon with Cooking with Jolene, and I'll teach you how to fool your guests next time too. I'm Jolene Sugarbaker, the Trailer Park Queen. Bye-bye. That's good. That's good. You gotta try this tonight.
Don't